Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. Today is Monday, August 26th, 2024. Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin turns 44. How does it feel, Macaulay?
I think we just need a little music.
Good idea, Melissa McCarthy. She turns 54 today.
Your life is better than yours. Their life is better than yours.
Justin Timberlake had the number one song here at Fun 107 8 years ago today with Can't Stop the Feelin'. 9 years ago, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick knelt during the national anthem for the first time. And 85 years ago, enter to win those tickets to see Pitbull live at the Xfinity Center.
Bringing your taste of Hollywood right here to the South Coast. And we are here for it. We're spilling the tea with Maddie's Entertainment Update on the Michael and Maddie Show.
Of course, I leave Rhode Island for one weekend, and all of the celebrities flood right on in. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and more enjoying one of the last weekends of summer in Rhode Island. They were pictured on the balcony of Swift's $17 million Rhode Island beach house over the weekend. And they were not alone. Patrick Mahomes and his wife were there with their kids. It looks like a lot of people were there. Brittany was there, so his wife. And then there was also, I guess, Travis's family was there, so his sister-in-law and his mom, I think, was there.
The Kelce's were in town.
The Kelce's were in town, as well as Taylor Swift, as well as Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They were also spotted there at the Rhode Island mansion. Turns out it was Blake Lively's birthday.
Oh.
So apparently they were all there for her birthday. Now, this is the first time that Blake Lively has been seen since she was called out by a reporter who said she contemplated quitting journalism after having an awkward interaction with her in 2016 during that sit-down interview where Lively made a lot of snarky comments towards the reporter. So that's the first time we've seen her since then. And it's also the first time we've seen Brittany Mahomes since she made a couple of interesting choices online, I guess to do with politics.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, people are going to get upset. Whatever.
She's interesting. Let's put it that way.
Let's just say a lot of millionaires and billionaires were in Rhode Island this weekend. And it had me thinking, I was like, wow, you're not seeing any restaurants posting about them or like people posting about them. And then I thought to myself, oh, they're not going anywhere.
No way.
They have a chef.
Yeah,
or they're door dashing. Yeah. They're not going down the street to get dinner because that would just be mayhem.
Imagine being that Grubhub guy just shows up at the door.
Oh, my God.
Where do you want me to put the food?
I have an order for Taylor. Could you imagine?
Do you think they automatically just assume they're going to use her house when they're in Rhode Island?
1,000%.
Yeah, that's what I would.
1,000%.
If you're Taylor and that's your house, are you okay with that?
1,000%.
Right?
I mean, it's not like she wasn't there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like they're just like, hey, Taylor, do you mind if we crash at your place in Westerly? Like, she was there. She was hosting a party.
Of course.
And I was thinking, too, like, you didn't hear any hubbub at the airport or anything like that. So I have a theory that they all get to her house by boat. Because
not bad.
She's right on the coast. And
they would have saw her jet,
she
too,
probably has a dock of some sort. I bet they get there by boat.
So crazy. Underground tunnels. And
yeah, something like that.
I was in Barrington, so I did the math. It was 43 minutes away.
Yeah, I was going to say, Barrington's not too close, but I mean, it's right there.
It's like you're over the line. If you're in Rhode Island, you're in the same state as Taylor. You're in the same state of greatness. So,
oh, boy.
That's the
they were all, I guess my invitation got lost in the mail, so I'll have to make a couple of phone calls after this, but that's all right. Chris Hemsworth trading in Thor's hammer for a pair of drumsticks. Wielding the drumsticks as he learns to play drums, and he tested it out with none other than Ed Sheeran. He joined Ed during his show in Romania over the weekend, and Ed shared the moment on his Instagram detailing how their collaboration came to be. He explained how the actor reached out to him back in December. Apparently, Chris has been diving into cognitive health on his docuseries called Limitless, and he started learning an instrument because of the benefits that come along with it. So he decided to learn how to play drums, and he thought to himself, I could play with Ed Sheeran.
He's coming on stage in front of 70,000.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot. It'd be nice to put this one to bed.
He's been
on stage playing with us for the whole time, playing in time. Will you make some noise for Chris Hemsworth?
That's him.
Baby, now, take me into your loving arms.
It's a very simple beat, but it works.
He's got the breakdown. Not
Nice.
bad.
Make some noise for Chris.
Not bad. I think that's great.
I can't do drums.
That's fantastic. And then the best part is Ed presented him with the Participation Award for Drumming Excellence after the gig. So it's not exactly a Grammy, but it's close. Hemsworth's Limitless with Chris Hemsworth follows the actor as he travels the globe looking for different ways to keep himself healthy. In the first season, he worked to slow down his aging. Unclear what the theme of his upcoming season will be. The episode's expected to come out sometime next year. Chapel Roan is getting serious about her boundaries, and she went viral last week for kind of sticking up for herself, but she got some backlash in the process. Some fans think that she's in the wrong business if she's upset by this, if she doesn't want 24/7 attention, but she was very adamant about just basically stop bombarding me in public.
I don't care that abuse and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous or a little famous, whatever. I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career field I've chosen. That does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
And she got backlash for this because people were like, well, you're a celebrity. It comes with the territory. What happened to people creating boundaries?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with this, but she decided to go one step further and kind of clarify it. And she said, when I'm on stage, when I'm performing, when I'm in drag, when I'm at a work event, when I'm doing press, I am at work. Any other circumstance, I am not in work mode. I am clocked out. I like that. I am clocked out. Think about it. When you clock out from work, you don't want to be bothered. She said, I have been in too many non-consensual physical and social interactions, and I just need to lay it out and remind you, women don't owe you anything. I chose this career path because I love music. I do not accept harassment of any kind.
Thank you for reading how I feel. Thank you for listening. I've just said my piece. Now you know how I feel. When a woman is upset and says something, the automatic response is to be like, yo, chill. It's like, it's not chill. So I'm not going to be chill. I want people to feel safe at my shows and feel like a community. I want to feel that way too.
I mean, I don't think she's asking for much, guys. I think she just doesn't want to be physically assaulted every time she runs into her fans.
Yeah.
She said it in a Chapel Roan kind of way. So let me radio it up for you. But she said, if you were to see a random person in the street, would you go up to them and try to hug them and kiss them and call them by their first name and ask for their autograph of their sister and their mother? Like, you wouldn't be doing those things. So she's just saying, just give her some space. And I think that is more than okay. More entertainment up now on the Fun 107. Michael and Maddie. Today's a big day. Yeah,
Very
it's a
big
Monday. But it's also National Dog Day.
Woo-hoo!
Happy National Dog Day.
To all the puppers out there.
August 26th, National Puppy Day. I'm here for it. This is the best day. But I want to kind of spread the joy of today. And holidays like this make me happy because that means that my social media feed is going to be filled with the cutest puppies instead of just garbage, you know? It's going to be just filled with dogs, and it's going to be the best day to be on social media.
It's actually a nice little break
dogs.
because get ready when school starts. And I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying, but when school starts, your feed is going to be full of children going back to
First
school,
day of school.
first day of school, and that's great. But
I'm
today
here
is
for
for
the
the dogs, okay?
So we want to see your puppers for National Dog Day. if you head over to the Fun 107 Facebook, you'll see Miss Coco.
Hey, Coco.
Coco Bean is kicking it off for us. Coco from Warwick. So we want to see your dog. We want to know what their favorite thing to do is, and we want to know what town you're from. So Coco from Warwick loves car rides with mom and dad. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. I can't handle it. You know what I should have asked? I should have asked, what is the name of your dog and what do you actually call them?
Oh.
So the name of my dog is Coco. We call her Beansy.
So Bella's my dog. I think I'll call her Bells. Smelly Belly.
Yeah. Oh, see, that was the
don't
question
know.
to ask.
I'm always goofy with her. I'm very goofy with her. So it depends.
Well, that's all right. A lot of people chiming in already. Abby, oh my God, she's so cute. She loves to sleep, watch cartoons, barks at people driving. Okay. And she's from Rochester. Karina from Fall River loves to play dress up on the holidays. Lucy from Wareham loves Zoomies at 1 a.m. Yep, that checks out. These are so great.
Check out David Andrews and his dog, Abby. She loves to sleep and watch cartoons, bark at people. Oh, you just did that one.
I did do that one, but she's but she's cute. I'm Oreo from Westport. I like to cuddle, sleep, and sunbathe in the driveway. These are so good. Oh wow, this dog is hanging out with a horse. Oh, this is just great.
I've never related to a dog more in my life than right now.
Charlie from Mattapoisett loves long walks on the beach. That's great. I love this.
See, this is what social media
This is what it's all about. So head to the Fun 107 Facebook page. Let's see your four-legged friend. Let's see where they're from, what they like to do. And you know what? Give the name and then give what you actually call them because that's most important. Happy National Dog Day. Fun 107. Michael and Maddie, good morning. It is a little chilly for sure, but it's going to be a little warmer and then it's going to be rainy. It's going to be quite the day. It's going to be the Mondayest Monday ever.
But if it's going to be a horrible rainy day, let it not be on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday. Let it be today.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Silver linings.
So I spent the entire weekend in a car, it felt like.
Ooh.
I went to Long Island to see some family.
Did you see Pete Davidson?
No, I did not see Pete Davidson. First of all, it was supposed to take 3.5-ish hours to get there, which is standard, whatever. It took us 6 hours to get there.
Traffic.
Oh, my God. So Saturday was supposed to be a day to hang out with Ross's friends that he grew up with. They have a pool party every year. It started at 1. We got there at 4 o'clock.
Ugh.
I was irate. Like, it was just terrible. And obviously, with traffic comes with some road rage.
Oh, yeah.
You know? We didn't have the road rage, but we were certainly next to a person
Surrounded
that had the road rage. Let me paint the scene. We are in some serious traffic on the highway, and we're listening to podcasts. You know, we're trying to pass the time. And Ross goes to grab his phone to check the Google Maps. And we're talking like a split second. Ross is driving, and he goes to grab his phone. He goes to look at the Google Maps. And all of a sudden, we hear on the side of us somebody screaming at the top of their lungs, "Get off your bleeping phone!" Screaming at us.
What?
And we look over, and it's this, like, man in his mid to late 30s, fuming. Like, we're talking veins popping out of the forehead, screaming at us, "Get off your phone!" I was like,
wow.
Excuse me? Now, I immediately think to myself, okay, this guy's message is a good one. Okay? I'm hoping something bad didn't happen to him or his family. Maybe that's why he's so passionate about it. But I feel like it has to be said, we were not texting and driving. We were looking at the Google Maps. It was the craziest thing, though. We were genuinely concerned that he was going to get out of the car and, like, start something.
I'm concerned about him. Does he not realize who he yelled at?
So, well, yeah.
No, let's be honest for a second. And I worry about that too, because sometimes I'll get a little heated, and then you never know. I could be yelling at John Cena for all I know, and then the next thing you know, he can bend me in half.
Well, it was just crazy. We were genuinely concerned because after that moment, there was a little break in the traffic. What does he do? He cuts us off and zooms off. And then starts cutting everybody else off.
What a jerk.
So not only did he yell at us, but then he was the one being unsafe.
No, it was him. He's the problem, not you.
Road rage gets scary sometimes.
Were you in New York or still in Rhode Island?
We were in New York.
Okay, at that point.
Yeah.
I've been to New York once, driving-wise. I was not okay with it.
It was, dude. At one point, I was a little nervous that he was going to get out of the car.
It's a very toxic environment once you're on the highway.
I mean, traffic just makes people go feral.
It does.
You know?
But, where are you going to go?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do, buddy? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I just wanted Ross to get out of the car and be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
What was that?
But it kind of makes me wonder, what is the craziest road rage you have ever witnessed or experienced yourself? We want to know. Send it on the Fun 107 app or give us a call, 508-994-1071. It is 6:53. Let's head over to the WBSM newsroom. Here's Phil.
A man is dead following a stabbing in New Bedford, and a relative is charged with his murder. Police say 23-year-old Omil Padilla Corsino was found with stab wounds on South Street on Saturday, and he later died at the hospital. Police arrested 42-year-old Juan Padilla Santana, and he's being held without bail with a court appearance expected today. Police say the suspect and victim are related, and the killing happened after an argument between the two men. The man accused of firing gunshots at a Wareham hotel will be arraigned today in district court. Scott DeSemis of New Bedford facing charges including assault to murder, reckless child endangerment, and firearm charges in the Friday night incident. Police say DeSemis fired shots through the door of his room at the Town Place Suites by Marriott. The shots missed police who were responding to the scene and ended up in the pool area where there were children swimming. An Oxford man is expected in court today on charges related to a weekend crash in Plainville that killed a 10-year-old boy. Police say 42-year-old Michael Escolas was under the influence when he slammed into the back of a minivan carrying 6 passengers Saturday night. Escolas was allegedly driving a vehicle stolen from outside Gillette Stadium, where country stars Kenny Chesney and Zach Brown Band were playing the second of 3 weekend shows. When the crash happened on Route 1, 3 children and 2 adults who were also in the minivan are hospitalized with serious injuries. Dr. Anthony Fauci expected to make a full recovery after being hospitalized with West Nile virus. The 83-year-old former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases told CBS News he's out of the hospital and at home recuperating. West Nile is a mosquito-borne illness that can cause a range of symptoms from mild to severe. And Deadpool and Wolverine continues to dominate the box office. Marvel's latest hit raked in an estimated $18.3 million in its 5th week of release. It stars Ryan Reynolds, who was spotted at Taylor Swift's Rhode Island home over the weekend with wife Blake Lively. Sci-fi horror sequel Alien Romulus dropped to 2nd after topping the box office last week, bringing in $16.2 million in its 2nd weekend. In sports, the Patriots wrapped the preseason with a 2010 loss to the Washington Commanders. New England opens the regular season on September 8th with the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Red Sox lost to the Diamondbacks 7-5. They host the Toronto Blue Jays for a 4-game series beginning tonight. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. Pitbull is bringing the party to the Xfinity Center next month, and we want to make sure that you get into the show. Head over to the Fun 107 app and enter to win, just like Jessica Combs from Tiverton. Good morning, Jessica. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What are you up to so early?
I work at SouthCoast Urgent Care. I'm an X-ray tech.
Oh, very nice. Well, you're going to have to take September 15th off because you're going to go see Pitbull live.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. I'm so excited right now.
Congratulations. You're going to go see the Party After Dark tour on September 15th.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So how long have you been listening to Pitbull? Without dating yourself, of course.
Forever. I'm in my late 30s. I've probably been listening to him since high school.
I think the toughest question to ask is, what is your favorite Pitbull song? He's a hit machine.
Oh, that's tough.
You can just always count on him to get the party started.
Absolutely.
Who do you think you're going to bring?
I think I'm actually going to bring my mom.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Mom's a Pitbull fan.
Mom's a Pitbull fan. She likes listening to him when she's working out, and I lost my grandma recently, and I really think it brighten her up.
I think that's a great idea. Well, congratulations. Thanks to our friends over at Dash Laundromat and Revitalize RX Dartmouth. You are going to go see Pitbull live. Let everybody know who's hooking you up this morning.
Fun 107.
It is 7:49. Let's head over to the WBSM newsroom with Phil.
A man is dead following a stabbing in New Bedford, and a relative is charged with his murder. Police say 23-year-old Omil Padilla Corsino was found with stab wounds on South Street on Saturday, and he later died at the hospital. Police arrested 42-year-old Juan Padilla Santana, and he's being held without bail with a court appearance expected today. Police say the suspect and victim are related, and the killing happened after an argument between the two men. The man accused of firing gunshots at a Wareham hotel will be arraigned today in district court. Scott DeSemis of New Bedford facing charges including assault to murder, reckless child endangerment, and firearm charges in the Friday night incident. Police say DeSemis fired shots through the door of his room at the Town Place Suites by Marriott. The shots missed police who were responding to the scene and ended up in the pool area where there were children swimming. An Oxford man is expected in court today on charges related to a weekend crash in Plainville that killed a 10-year-old boy. Police say 42-year-old Michael Escolas was under the influence when he slammed into the back of a minivan carrying 6 passengers Saturday night. Escolas was allegedly driving a vehicle stolen from outside Gillette Stadium, where country stars Kenny Chesney and Zach Brown Band were playing the second of 3 weekend shows. When the crash happened on Route 1, 3 children and 2 adults who were also in the minivan are hospitalized with serious injuries. Dr. Anthony Fauci expected to make a full recovery after being hospitalized with West Nile virus. The 83-year-old former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases told CBS News he's out of the hospital and at home recuperating. West Nile is a mosquito-borne illness that can cause a range of symptoms from mild to severe. And Deadpool and Wolverine continues to dominate the box office. Marvel's latest hit raked in an estimated $18.3 million in its 5th week of release. It stars Ryan Reynolds, who was spotted at Taylor Swift's Rhode Island home over the weekend with wife Blake Lively. Sci-fi horror sequel Alien Romulus dropped to 2nd after topping the box office last week, bringing in $16.2 million in its 2nd weekend. In sports, the Patriots wrapped the preseason with a 2010 loss to the Washington Commanders. New England opens the regular season on September 8th with the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Red Sox lost to the Diamondbacks 7-5. They host the Toronto Blue Jays for a 4-game series beginning tonight. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Fun 107, Michael and Maddie, the perfect couple, coming to Netflix very soon. And a lot of it was filmed at a beautiful Mattapoisett mansion. And Sandra Baptista was on set as an extra. Good morning, Sandra.
Hi, good morning.
Sandra, where are you from?
I'm from Acushnet.
You're from Acushnet, and you were on a gigantic Netflix set. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, it was awesome. I got to film with Nicole Kidman, Liev Schreiber, Eve Houston, Billy Howell, just a lot of really big celebrities.
So how did this opportunity come about?
Well, I've been a part of Boston Casting, so Boston Casting's got me a lot of work doing background and stuff. So there was 2 other housekeepers on set. So it was myself, another housekeeper, and then the main housekeeper.
Okay, so you were a housekeeper in the show.
Yeah.
So eagle eyes will have to look for the housekeepers in the shots. I like it. Would you say this is your biggest project you've worked on so far?
One of them, yeah. I mean, I've worked with Liam Neeson. I got to do The Finest Kind, and I was in the paddy wagon with Tommy Lee. That was fun.
That's huge. What would you say is your favorite part about being on these projects?
The environment, meeting people, seeing how the movies are made. Actually watching it and knowing what happened that day, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what was Nicole Kidman like? I mean, she's like a veteran.
Yeah, she's very proper, very, very elegant, proper. She's exactly what she looks like.
Did you get to interact with her at all?
Very little. She said hi and that was it. We didn't really get into it,
Well, what can viewers expect from this show, you think?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a great show. It's a thriller. It's a mystery thriller. But it's got its funny moment, it's dramatic. It's I don't know. It's just really all the emotions all in one.
All right. Well, Sandra Baptista, thank you so much for giving us some insight on the brand new The Perfect Couple coming to Netflix. So we'll have to keep an eye out for you.
Definitely. And there's some other people out there that were locally, and they were there. There's a couple police officers who are retired. They play detectives. So it's all local faces to look for.
I love it. South Coast is getting the spotlight. We're here for that.
For sure.
All right, Sandra. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. 90-second news update now. Here's Phil Devitt.
A man has been arrested in connection with a fatal stabbing in New Bedford. Police said it happened Saturday night at a residence on South Street. Officers found the victim, 23-year-old Omil Padilla Corsino, suffering from life-threatening stab wounds. He was pronounced dead at St. Luke's Hospital. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Juan Padilla Santana, was taken into custody at the scene. Police say the two men are related, and the stabbing happened following an argument among family members. Padilla Santana is facing murder charges and is expected to appear in New Bedford District Court today. The man accused of firing shots at a Wareham hotel will also appear in court today. Scott DeSemis of New Bedford facing serious charges, including assault to murder, reckless child endangerment, and firearm offenses. This all went down Friday night at the Town Place Suites by Marriott in Wareham. Police say DeSemis fired shots through the door of his hotel room, narrowly missing responding officers. The bullets ended up in the pool area where children were swimming at the time. A car crash in Plainville has claimed the life of a 10-year-old child. A stolen SUV, allegedly driven by a drunk driver, rear-ended a car at a red light. The driver, Michael Escolas, has been arrested and charged with motor vehicle manslaughter. He's accused of stealing that vehicle from Gillette Stadium, where Kenny Chesney was performing on Saturday night. The crash injured several others and caused significant traffic delays. Police are investigating. And NASA says it will wait until early next year to bring home a pair of astronauts, including one from Massachusetts, who've been stuck on the International Space Station. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said over the weekend that they'll attempt to undock the Boeing-built Starliner capsule from the space station and fly it uncrewed for a landing in New Mexico. The test flight of Starliner has been plagued by helium leaks and thruster issues since its launch in June. Starliner astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, who hails from Needham, will come home on a SpaceX capsule in February. In sports, the Patriots' preseason came to a close with a 2010 defeat against the Washington Commanders. The team will kick off their regular season schedule on September 8th, facing off against the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, Red Sox fell short against the Diamondbacks, losing the game by a score of 7-5. Boston will now host the Toronto Blue Jays for a 4-game series starting tonight. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun
107, Michael and Maddie. So I spent most of my weekend in the car driving to and from Long Island. Gazelle, you spent it working, it looks like.
Oh, the usual. I had an awesome, beautiful wedding in Barrington, Rhode Island. I've actually never been to Barrington, which is kind of strange.
Well, it's like if you don't have an event or something going on, you're probably not in Barrington.
Barrington.
It's very nice.
Looks like every other Rhode Island town that's by the waterfront, in my opinion.
They all look the same.
Tiverton. It looks like Tiverton, to be honest with you. So I was celebrating the chances. They took a chance on each other. See?
Oh.
It was Carla and Jared, and they came all the way from Oklahoma.
What?
And I believe they have family in the area.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, so they live in Oklahoma. Do they make their whole family travel?
No, so she's from here. He's from Oklahoma. So I guess the immediate family travel. It was a small wedding, very intimate, maybe 100 people tops. And it was just a gorgeous night Saturday. Not a single cloud in the sky. Nice little breeze off the water. And she was obsessed with Taylor Swift. Now, when I tell you, I wasn't ready for this. But how obsessed was she? As soon as you get to the wedding, if you're a guest, there was a giant QR code sign that you can take a camera, open it up, and there were wedding bets that you can make.
Now, that's kind of cool.
To be honest with you,
I like that.
I don't even know who won. The party ended up just getting a little bit too crazy in a good way. I don't even know who won at the end. But one of the questions were, how many Taylor Swift songs will be played during the ceremony? And then how many throughout the entire,
that's really
wedding.
Funny.
And I've never seen that before. Like, putting Taylor aside for a second, just wedding bets, as the wedding is going on.
I've seen the QR code thing, but usually to like upload photos.
Yes.
But the bet thing, that's funny.
This would bring you to an app or some kind of website. I think it's the
like,
link.
Think about it. You could do it for so many things. Like, who do you think's going to catch the bouquet? Who's going to cry during the speech or whatever?
Who feeds who first for the cake?
I like that.
You know?
I like that.
And it's funny because people coming up to me and be like, hey, listen, I'll get you a drink or I'll slip you a couple bucks if you tell me. I'm like, I ain't telling. I ain't saying anything. A lot of people said for the ceremony, there would be 2 songs. They were all wrong. There were 3 songs just in the ceremony of Taylor Swift. And then there was like, for the rest of it, do you think it's 4 to 6, 6 to 8, things like that?
Yeah.
The overall was 11 Taylor Swift songs, probably the most Taylor I've ever played. But I enjoyed it because there was a lot of deep cut tracks.
Okay.
So I'm learning Taylor at the same time. And it's nice that it wasn't just repetitiveness. And then when we found out that on Saturday, I think either TMZ broke it. Actually, no, we did. Fun107.com. Taylor and Travis were spotted at Watch Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh. I told the groom, I said, Jared, does she know this? He goes, do not tell her until after the ceremony. She will make people wait and she will go down there.
She will leave and try and go and meet her.
We'll never get married. I'm like, okay, fine. So ceremony ends.
Westerly was probably nuts this weekend.
Unbelievable. So I said, hey, Carlo, by the way, Taylor's about 40-ish minutes from where you're standing right now. She goes, I already know. I'm like,
of course she does. She probably got an alert
did.
on her phone
She
about
did.
it.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
But to the chances, it was a great night.
Good.
People take their shirts off.
Imagine if Swift showed up.
Yeah. And then she walks into a party and then half the guys have their shirts off. She goes, yeah. Travis, get back in the car.
I'm out. Charlie XCX with her latest 360 on Fun 107. Good morning. It is Michael and Maddie, and Mondays can be a little gloomy, but you know what is brightening our day today? National Dog Day. Oh! Happy National Dog Day, everybody.
Love this.
I love this. And earlier this morning, we were chit-chatting about the adorable SouthCoast dogs. There's plenty to choose from, but we want to see yours up on the Fun 107 Facebook page. So share your favorite photo of your 4-legged friend. Let us know what town they're from and what they love to do. But then we also took it one step further. What is their name and what do you actually call them? So, for example, my pup, her name is Coco, but we call her Beansy. Let me explain.
Okay.
It went from Coco to Coco Bean.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
To Bean.
Yeah.
To Beansy.
So you shortened it and then you elongated it. Okay.
Whatever. But she loves napping, zoomies, and car rides. That's her thing. But so many good pups are chiming in onto the Facebook post. Let's see. We got Luna from Fall River.
Hi, Luna.
Who loves going to the park to get her zoomies out. That's a good one. My personal favorite, where did he go? He's wearing a shark lifeguard
Oh, you're talking
vest.
about Lorenzo from Swansea?
There he is, Lorenzo from Swansea.
Look at the face.
Him.
So demure.
He loves to guard the pool. I'm obsessed.
Oh.
I'm obsessed. Dozer from Mattapoisett living his best life on his very own boat. So that's a good one. Daisy from Fairhaven loves to play with her ball. Love that for you, Daisy. Charlie from Dartmouth loves chasing all the neighbors' dogs, eating ice cream, and chilling on the couch.
Did I see somebody had like 5 of those King Charles?
There is a puddle of puppies in a cushionet right now. Callie, Dallas, Lily, Fenway, and Jackson. They're Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, and they love to cuddle and to travel.
Love that.
I love that. Listen, I'm here for this content. I'm here for all of this. Facebook is going to be awesome today because it is National Dog Day, and it's just going to be filled with dogs. So we want to see yours. So chime in on the Fun 107 Facebook.